Good afternoon and welcome to Auburndale High School, and to 3 conference record, 9-5 overall, and the Auburndale Eagles tied for first place with Stratford at 5-1, 8, and these two teams are meeting again, and Marathon put up 2 runs in the 6th inning to win that game, and with the win that Stratford had against Edgar, that they are
especially those who have served and who are serving our nation's military with the playing.
And today's pregame show is brought to you by Northeast Side. The starting, as I mentioned, Stratford and Auburndale are tied each other this afternoon up at Edgar. Marathon is 4-3, Assumption 1-6, and Newman Catholic at 0-7. If Marathon lands up beating Auburndale here today, it tightens this race 5-2. And Edgar would be at 6-2, and Marathon would be 5-3. So they'd be all within a game. With their lineup consists of leading off and playing pitching today is Blake, batting in the cleanup spot and playing left field. Drew Wolfel, batting in the 5 spot is the catcher Owen Selber, and he is DHing for the first baseman Charlie Ellert. Batting in the 8th spot for Marathon today is the third baseman Schwayne Stencil. And at Auburndale, clear skies. Really haven't checked to see what the temperature is, but it's got to be pretty much in the 60s here. So, first pitch for strike 1. Out on the mound today, this is his 4th start of the season. He is 3-0. He's pitched 15 innings, 11 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, and an ERA of an outstanding 1.40. Bounce Cody Retke. As Richardson's also has given up a home run. He's walked 2, but struck out 27 as a team. Next pitch comes into Ratke for a call strike, catching the outside corner. Down low with second pitch. Ratke on the season, hitting .357 with 9 RBI. Shot off the glove, over to second, and in plenty of time, as 3 for the second out. And the game played on Tuesday, I think 3 or 4 shots out in the outfield on Tuesday. So now batting the delivery. Catches the inside corner right at the knees for a call. 26 on the season for Coach Warren. And foul out of play over into the press box here, concessions. I mean, a lot of support out of the Auburndale area, but I got to give, and a line shot first inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. And you're watching Merriwood Conference Baseball here from
Brickner Motors in Little Chicago. We will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, There is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
And we're back here at Auburndale. And the batting order for the Eagles will be leading off as center fielder Peyton Weinfender. Batting second is third baseman Josh Lundgren. Batting third, the shortstop Blake Brandel in the 7th spot. Sawyer Molson. In the 8th spot is Peyton Weinfender. Takes the first pitch with swing and a miss for strike one. On the season with 8 RBIs and 20 total bases on the season. A great on Blake Underwood. Blake's numbers on the season so far. Blake is 2-2. This day of 1.79. He's walked 12 and struck out 20. And a ground ball to second, bobbled and in as Peyton leads off.
For the Eagles, third baseman, number 21.
For the Eagles. According to this, is hitting .417 on the season, 10 for 24 with 9. So, good man to have in that 2 spot. Toss over the first, and Underwood from the stretch. And the pitch, and square out. Scoreboard's a little hard to see as the sun kind of the fence for strike 2. 1-2 count now on the third baseman game on Tuesday, and he only threw 70-some pitches in that ball game, so he'll be able to come back against Stratford tomorrow as Stratford defeated Edgar 2-0, and a shot off the handle and bounces in for a base hit. It doesn't matter how it looks in the scorebook. It could be a line shot, but it's a base hit. So, and a curveball right across the heart of the plate for a call strike 1. Premier pitchers in the Marywood Conference, if not even in central Wisconsin. And just inside. Ball 2. 2-1 count to Blake Rabb. And flips the short, gets the force out as Blake will get on with a fielder's choice. Advancing to third is Peyton Weinfurtner.
Now for Auburndale, pitcher number 4, Nate Richardson.
And a cleanup hitter, Nate, and a .472 on base percentage. As Blake's got 9 stolen bases. Taking off, and hit and run perfectly executed. Field, and an RBI single for
the Eagles, number 7, Aiden Rabb.
As the Eagles take a 1-0 lead here in the first inning off of pitcher Blake Underwood.
What's the call on that?
Blake this season 2-0 to Aiden Rabb, the catcher for the Eagles, with runners at first and second. At second is Underwood with a great turn. Picks off Rabb at second base. Bottom of the first inning. And pitch comes in. Aiden on the season,
3-0, right?
hitting .250, 3-0 count, and a call strike on the outside. So the first 5 guys here, very, very productive, hitting-wise with runners on base to get those RBIs. And a call strike. 3-2 count now. Underwood from the stretch. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3 as left. And after 1 complete inning of play here from Auburndale, it's the Auburndale Eagles 1 and the Marathon Red Raiders 0. And you're watching Marywood Conference Baseball here on Zaleski's.
Focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique.
The Copper Mug and Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business
Deal on your copier contracts. Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
And we're back here at Auburndale, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about TRW Auto Body in Mosinee, and they offer top quality and courtesy loaner and a lifetime warranty on their work. That's TRW Auto Body in Mosinee, your friendly fender bender mender. And Peterson Kramer Funeral Home is coming time of need. And leading off for Marathon, after going 1-2-3 in the first inning, leading off for him will be the left fielder, 385 batting average with 9 RBIs. And a slugging percentage of .410. Workout already here. The last 2 outs that Marathon has been a line shots. And pitch upstairs. Other games in America. Apprentice is at Abbey Colby, Rib Lake at Phillips, and Athens at Chequamegon. And a battle right there for 2 teams that are in the race up there. Chequamegon leads 6. And on the mound here is Richardson with the delivery upstairs for ball. As Krauser is hitting .265 on the season. Owen's got 3 RBIs also this season. And the pitch. And a ground ball to Becker. So lately, all they pretty much need is a so far. As the one that was ricocheted off of Richardson's glove went to Krauser also. So the last 4 comes into Ian Schuda. And I see in Marshfield. And she talks to me when I stop in there, talks a little bit about her grandson. So 1-2-3 here in the top of the second inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, no one left. After Marywood Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all through it. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at SchererConstruction.com.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, or order factory fresh. Quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago.
And we're back here at Auburndale, and leading off for the Apaches here in the bottom of the second inning is the corner for a call, strike 1. And a swing and a miss. Scooping it up is Ian Schuda. Throws over to Ellert for out number 1.
4-3, 1 out.
And Molson. And Molson on the season has played in only 3 games. He's only had 3 here today. Folks was a second baseman. This almost reminds me, Timmy Anderson would remember this, the king in his court. I saw them in Marshfield many years ago. And swing and a miss. 240 on the season for the Eagles. Underwood fouls one back into the screen. Underwood, we're full windup this season. It's, less motion, and the count will remain at 1-2. Here in the bottom of the second inning, Yasu, the second baseman, and for out number 3 as Ian Schuda takes care of the whole Cell Eagles 1 and the Marathon Red Raiders nothing. And you're watching Marywood Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty or service. Honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity.
Starting off the top.
And we're back here at Auburndale. Marshville's Dairy Fest is May 30th and 31st. Check out, visit Marshville Dairy Fest doing a chaparral game, I know, on Saturday. So come on over to Hackman Field after the parade. Time to get the DH, Grant Selber, for out number 1.
Next up for
And bringing up the third baseman. And another swing and a miss. Call, strike 3, and that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel for all your restoration. Like Serve Pro, like it never happened. As that is this game, as it's been a very fast-paced ball game. And bringing up now Quillen. For ball 3. Marathon's favorite place for holiday, festive, and local home decor is the Copper Mug. Find them on Facebook or stop by the Copper Mug in Marathon. And a call strike for Marathon from the windup. And a ground ball to the second baseman, Becker. And Becker throws over. And you're watching Marywood Conference Baseball on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere 7 in Marathon.
And we're back here at Auburndale. I found out it's been 4 years now they've been the Eagles, but both Tim and I says we're old school. It's hard habits. We're supposed to throw $4 into the kitty every time I say Apache. So first pitch comes into Anderson for fouled. Anderson hitting on the season 368 for Timmy Anderson's grandson. And a swing and a miss. Oh, and Tim's saying, quit talking about me. So, all right, I won't say any more, Tim. And following it off, learn from the best. Great mother. And the next pitch, and a call, strike 3. Wood. Bringing up back to the top of the batting order is Peyton Weinfertner, as Peyton had an infield hit. Back up. Underwood. With an office right here in Wausau, Shear Construction offers commercial and custom home construction expertise throughout Wisconsin for your next construction project. As Peyton picks up his second hit. So check out their stuff. So Peyton Weinfertner picks up his second hit of the ball game. here in the bottom of the third inning with the Eagles leading 1-0. Underwood out of this. As talking to his dad here earlier, I think he's leading the team in being hit by pitches this year, and that's 5 this year, he says.
All right, first and second one out.
Yep, that's his 5th one. That's what the stats say here. So hit by batter helps a lot on your on-base percentage. So runners at first and second for the Eagles. Ground ball deep in the hole. Throw over to first and got the lead runner. Great play by True Thurs. So that'll be scored 6-5 in the second out. And Rab will have a fielder's choice on that. And a swing and a miss by Nathan Richardson. Nathan had a base hit back in the first inning and has the only RBI in this contest. So runners at first and second for the Eagles. Fake throw over to second as Josh Lundgren gets back. And the pitch. And a ground ball down the third base side, but foul. Best in Underwood Construction right here in Marathon is the perfect place to turn. For your next home building experience, look for Underwood Construction. And out of play. As Blake has from the stretch. And the pitch. And catches the outside corner for a call, strike 3. And that is the 3rd strikeout for runners at first and second here in the 3rd inning. But Marathon gets out of it. So for the Eagles, they get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. Excuse me, 2-0. And you're watching Marywood Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this.
Reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois Teastrake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
And we're back here at Auburndale, starting at the top of the 4th inning for the Marathon Red Raiders. Will be top of the order as Richardson from the windup. And pitch upstairs for ball. We've got 8 other games going on the network. Wausau West at baseball. Rosholt is at Pittsville. Columbus Catholic Dons are at home against Gilman in baseball. And of course, right next door, the softball game with Marathon and Auburn, Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. And in boys baseball, Wausau West is at Stevens Point. And in soccer, Wausau East is at Everest. And tomorrow we have quite a schedule for tomorrow's games. And a call, strikes. Catches right on the outside corner, and that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Serpro, like it never happened. And that is the 2nd strikeout. Down low for ball 1. As we will be back here at Auburndale tomorrow also for throw over to first, and not in time. It looked like the umpire was ready to crank her up, but infield hit. Throw was down low, but just a little late. And bringing up now True Thurs, the shortstop. Stretch, and the pitch. And a ground ball in the hole. And out to left field as third. And now back-to-back hits by the Red Raiders. And threatening to score here in the top of the 4th inning. Hitting. And he has 9-2 as all the runners head back to their original stations. As Wolfel gave it a ride on the first pitch. So 2 down here now in the the top of the 4th inning. And a fly ball out to right field as Brandel camps under it for out number 3 on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And after 3.5 innings of play, it's Auburndale 1, Marathon.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcasts. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
You should apply for an open opportunity.
Choose the State Marathon Cheese because there's always an opportunity.
Marathon Cheese has worked really great for me and my family.
They donate money to different charities and different things that bring the community up.
There's an opportunity to.
And we're back here at Auburndale as Marathon threatened in getting out of it. And leading off now for Auburndale, and a line shot and a base hit. Right over the second. As Aiden gets a base hit for the Eagles. Leadoff hitter for him. That is the second time. Pitch comes into right fielder Colton Brandel. Low and away for ball 1. Colton grounded out to the second baseman. In fact, back in that second inning, all 3 outs were hit to the second base. Ball 2. Small lead. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. As the count now is 2-1. We've got time out here. Colton Brandel now has the count at 2-2 with nobody down here in the bottom of the 4th inning from Auburndale. Or for Blake Underwood, bringing up now Sawyer Melson. And he grounded out to the second baseman, back in the second. Catches the outside corner for a call strike. Special thank you to our marathon sponsors, Brickner Motors of Little Chicago, AH Machine, TRW Auto Body, Marathon City Sports Center. Diving, Shuda makes the catch and throws over to first for a double play to end the inning for Auburndale. Auburndale comes up with no runs on 1 hit. High school baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted local affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's view.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois Teastrake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast. Music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the pie to visit marshfield.com.
And I want to finish thanking the marathon sponsors here, Marathon Floral, Marathon Cheese, Copper Mug, and Access Insurance. We'd like to thank all the Marathon sponsors. Pleasure to do your ball game. And leading off for Marathon, here in the top of the 5th inning, is the second baseman, Ian Shuda. Ian grounded out back to the pitcher in the first inning, and a fly ball out to left field, opposite field for Ian. Picks up a hit for down in the order. They're starting to time Richardson a little bit better now, as that is the 3rd hit out of the last 6 batters that Marathon has got back in the 3rd inning. Throw over to first, and Shuda is back in plenty of time. For all your personal, business, auto, and life insurance needs, there's always a local agent you can learn more at accessinsurance.net. Access Insurance Agency, their business revolves around you. Picked up very nicely by Aiden Rabb. So 3-0 count as Marathon. As we see nobody warming up for Auburndale at all.
Marathon, Evan DeBrew.
As Evan DeBrew, who struck out back in the third inning. There's only two other guys besides Blake Rabb who have pitched for Auburndale this year, and Aiden Rabb and also Devin Cherney. And bunt laid down, and nobody covering first, base hit. Nope. Infield hit, loads the bases. As
Batting for the Red Raiders, Quillen Kunkel.
bases are loaded now. And the shortstop and second playing about halfway. And the first pitch is ball outside to Quillen Kunkel, who grounded out to the second baseman back in the third inning. Richardson. Marathon Cheese is made up of a family of employees founded in the heart of Wisconsin, local dairyland. It is the people who work at Marathon Cheese who bring such passion and commitment to make.com. And a call strike to Kunkel. Works the count now 1-2. Here in the top of the fifth inning, bases loaded for the Red Raiders. And a ground ball in the hole. Base hit, could score two. Nope. Coach Warren's going to hold them up at third as they're going to take station by station here. And Marathon bases remain loaded. And back to the top of the batting order in Blake Underwood, the starting pitcher for the Red Raiders. And a fly ball out to right field and coming in and tagging from third and only going part way. So fly out to the right fielder, and none of the runners advance as Salber tagged and went down maybe about 15 feet and decided, well, we're going to put the brakes on and head back to third. So one down here in the top of the fifth inning, bringing up the center fielder, Cody Radke. And the first pitch to Cody Radke is a call strike. Richardson gets the sign from Rabb. And the pitch. And fouled out of play. Just like these players bring the best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the win. Richardson from the stretch. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Low and away. And looks like 1-2 count. The sun is hitting the scoreboard just right. We're going to say it's 1-2. And fouling it off and staying alive. As the ball is put back in play. As the old saying is, ducks on the pond for Marathon. And next pitch, down, low and away. Getting the fourth inning, and now he's had a little control problem with a walk here in the fifth inning. And a pitch, ground ball, throw to home, force out at home. Great play to get the runner, Grant Selber, at home plate for the out. As that is now the second out of the inning, as Radke gets on with it. Kunkel advances to second, so bases loaded still for the Marathon Red Raiders with 2 down, and we're tied at 1 here in the top of the fifth inning. And a fly ball out to center field, and it's going to fall in, and pitch, and hits it to center field, and scoring on the play is DeBrew and Kunkel to make this game a 3-1 ball game, as the ball was perfect on that second runner coming in. And so Drew Thurs has an RBI single. Marathon takes a 3-1 lead here in the top of the fifth inning. From the stretch, and a call strike right at the knees. Drew is lined out to second and flew out in from the stretch. And next pitch down low. So 1-2 count to the left fielder Drew Wolfel, who was all conference this year in bat. Shot out to left field and coming in and bounces in front of Anderson, and another run scores. And advancing to third is Thurs on that hit. So Wolfel, as Richardson was cruising along very well in the first 3.5 innings or so, and all of a sudden the roof has just caved right in on Richardson at second. They wanted to try to get that run in from third, but to no avail, as Wolfel's take comes up with 4 runs on 4 hits, as Blake will get the put out on that. And let's see, no Auburndale, and you're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
You should apply for an open opportunity at Marathon Cheese.
It's where you want to start your career. We have a lot of long-term commitment employees. They work with you and it's great pay, great benefit.
To different charities and different things that bring the community up.
There's an opportunity to grow in this company.
Working here at Marathon Cheese has given me a great work-life balance.
I wouldn't work anywhere else. I love working at Marathon Cheese.
Too many people struggle with pain and injuries. At Mark's Chiropractic of Marathon, our goal is to get you back to doing the things you love. Whether you're chiropractic on Main Street in Marathon, or check out our website at marathonkchiropractor.com.
And we're back here at Auburndale, as Marathon has scored 4 in the state, where Auburndale had a 1-0 lead, and then it was tied up, and then Marathon put up a 2-spot, and foul ball down the right. Auburndale is the second baseman, Truxton Becker. Truxton was pretty busy the first part of the ball game here, as he had 4 assists in the first 2 innings of this contest, and he's going to get a base. It's going to be a double for Truxton Becker. It looked like Ratke had a real good chance at that, and it just kind of went. Who was called out on strikes back in the 3rd inning. Underwood with a high fastball, swing and a miss by Anderson. And we have a 4-1 ball game, as Marathon out on top here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And a foul ball by Anderson. Oh, 0-2 count on Jillian Anderson. And 1 down and back to the top of the batting order, the center fielder, Peyton Weinfurtner. At Marathon City Sports Center, you'll always find great food, cold drinks, bowling leagues, and a great place for your next party or get-together in Marathon. In fact, I remember stopping at the bowling alley there many years ago when we had the baseball rules interpretation meeting in Marathon, and all of us would hit all through the left side for a base hit, as Auburndale comes up with their second hit of the inning here, and advancing to third is Becker, and that is the plate with the tying run is the third baseman, Josh Lundgren. Josh has a base hit back in the first and hit by a pitch, which was. I'm trying to think who the New York Mets player years ago that got hit so many times. I think he holds the record of being hit by pitches in the major leagues. But Gibson was a pushback pitcher, and so you'd get nailed a couple times. So Underwood with the pitch with a breaking ball and a call. Underwood looking over at first as Weinfurtner with a lead of about 4 steps. And for a call strike to Josh Lundgren. The count now 0-2 to Josh. Here in the bottom, Blake Rabb on the on-deck circle from the stretch. And a foul ball back into the screen here. Marathon Flooring, transforming your home from the ground up. Again, we'd like to thank all the Marathon sponsors also. So I see Peterson Kramer Funeral Home there today, and also enough for sponsoring high school sports in central Wisconsin here. Stretch. And upstairs, as I can't tell how many balls are on the board. We've got time by the batter. As short, deep in the hole, and safe. That, Tim? Okay, he's deep in the hole, definitely. Okay, so a run scores. It's now 4-2, and Coach Warren wants to come out and talk to his team. Serves up a large selection of food made to order daily, like fish fries, chicken dinners, and awesome pizzas. Drive into. As Sweats has been a great sponsor of Auburndale athletics for years and years, and I remember driving by there all the time when I head over to Point to do a ball game, and I'd always stop there, get something to eat. Great place, and very, very friendly people work. Run scores as Becker scored on that. Runners at first and second. Weinfurtner at second. Lundgren at first in the first, and 1 in the third. Underwood gets the sign from Krauser, and the pitch. Runners are going to advance to second and third as Weinfurtner goes to third on a wild pitch.
Come on, Blake, let's go.
And Josh goes to second. Saw Wisconsin Rapids dugouts, how big they are, but these are really nice, roomy dugouts they have here now. And ground ball up the middle, off the rubber. Blake Rabb, as shortstop, had no chance, Thurs, of getting this year, as because it hit the rubber and stayed in the infield, and an RBI for Blake Rabb. And bringing to the plate is Nathan Richardson. Nathan 1 for 2 on the day. And Blake Rabb.
Come on, Nate.
Put runners now at second and third with 1 out here in the 5th for 2. And a swing and a miss by Richardson. As Richardson gets back into the box. And he does have 1 strikeout. And dug out nicely by Ellert, but a run will score to ties at second. As Charlie Ellert pitch out to right center field and coming over and making the catch. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And no errors, and 1 more. And you're watching Marywood Conference Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little, you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again. You can count on us.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
And we're back here at Auburndale, where this fifth inning, as this game was moving along, as Marathon came up with 4 runs on 5 hits, and Auburndale came right back. Richardson just finishing up his warm-up pitches here, as catcher Owen Krauser throw went down to second here, and we'll be ready to go with the start of the 6th inning. As leading off for Marathon will be the catcher Owen Krauser. Owen was caught in a rundown for the 3rd out back in the 5th inning. So Krauser so far over towards the batting cage.
Grounded out to second, flew out to center.
And Jordan Zimmerman's involved in that also, as he's got a son in that. And great to see Jordan here at Auburndale. As the next pitch comes up high for a ball. 1-1 from the windup. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 2 on a high fastball. Richardson with the pitch with a breaking ball. And fouls it. And Richardson camping under it. And 6th inning. And Ian Schuda grounded back to the pitcher. Richardson from the windup and the pitch. And a call strike right at the knees. Back after that rough 5th inning he had. Breaking ball, beautiful breaking ball. You could see that thing break quite a bit from up here. And the pitch. Another breaking ball. Ground ball to the Becker. Becker scoops it up, throws it over, and just in time. It was a little closer than I thought it was going to be, and Grant Salber, the designated hitter. Grant bounced back to the pitcher, back into 3rd, and walked, and was forced out in the 5th inning. He was and pitch comes in, swing and a miss, strike 2. A little bit more on that fastball of his. And a call, strike 3. It catches the outside corner for the 3rd out, and that's a Jamie Wenzel serve pro. No runs, no hits, and no errors, as you are watching Merritt
Options, the vinyl plank. Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, ways in our community.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts? If you're currently a customer, thank you. We want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Leading off for Auburndale and fouling it off down. And struck out, swinging back in the 4th. So far, stayed back and took it to the opposite field for a base hit for Auburndale to the second baseman and hit into a double play back in the 4th. And squaring around and bunting. And it dropped the ball. Beautiful throw. As it puts runners now at the corners, and a fielder's choice and a sacrifice, but an error, very costly error by Marathon. And the throw by the right fielder went off the glove of the first baseman all the way back here where the catch runners has runners at 2nd and 3rd, now with 1 out. I'm not sure what the change was. Okay, hitting for Anderson is Welch. Brendan Welch and has gone 0 for 2 today, and Welch coming to bat, and a pitch comes in, call strike. But he does have an RBI this year, and fouls it off. The go-ahead run. Underwood from the stretch looks at the runner for the second out. And now Peyton Weinfertner third and singled in the fifth. Now would be a great time for a base hit which by Owen Krauser as Underwood steps off the rubber, now steps on, gets it, and they're going to hold him up and going to second, but an RBI single for Peyton Weinfertner, his fourth hit of the ball game. As Brandel scores the go-ahead run here in the on the throw to second, and at third is Melson. Underwood getting the sign from Krauser from the stretch, and the pitch. Curveball, call strike. A little bit of heat on that curveball, but it does break enough to fool the batter. Another breaking ball, foul tip into the glove. As Auburndale feels they could use a few insurance runs here because Marathon has proved they can strike. 1-2 with 2 down, and runners at second and third for the Eagles. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and pitch just missing the plate and also missing Josh just by a millimeter. And the delivery. And a call, strike 3, and Underwood's been there all day long. But 1 error and 2 left. And so after 6 complete innings, Zaleski Sports brought to you by ShadsDelivered.com.
For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids, bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or education.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler stock selection or order factory fresh. Quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back.
And we're back here at Auburndale, and a game that started out very, very quiet, stayed 1-0 until the 5th inning, and 1 in the 6th. So far, Auburndale has 5 runs on 10 hits. No errors and 6 left. Marathon, 4 hits on DeBoer as possibly a last chance here for the Marathon Red Raiders. The Merrill Steele postgame show. Nice to see Merrill Steele wind up and the pitch by Richardson. Low and outside. 1-1 count to leadoff hitter Evan DeBoer. Correction is 2-2. And wind up. We will be back here tomorrow as bowling foul as Richardson comes over and picks it up. And we've got some other great ball games also. 10 other games going on the network tomorrow. As you think about it, we are only maybe 2.5 weeks away from tournament play. And bringing up Quillen Kunkel, the right fielder. And Quillen is 1 for 2 in a run, so not really a good time to, especially when you're ahead of the batter in the count, to land by Kunkel. As Marathon in Underwood, Ratke in third. Back to the mound. And a force out at second. And Fielder's choice as Richardson jumped on that, threw a perfect strike to Becker at second for out number 1, and back to the top of the batting order for Blake. Blake now 1 for, helps his own Cody out. Excuse me, 1 out. And Cody Ratfact, he broke up that no-hitter that Richardson was trying to get. But and they're going to hold him up at third and load the bases as Ratke comes up with his Senderwood. And going to third is Kunkel. So with bases loaded, this is almost a carbon copy of lined out the second in the first, base hit in the fourth, and a base. And the first pitch comes in for a ball. Nicely blocked by Aiden Robb, left-handed hitter. And low and inside, no place to put him. As the corners are up, second and short at double play depth. And a call. Richardson, the true thirds. It's Richardson. He had 69 pitches going into this inning. From the start in right field is Brandel, and a run will score and ties this contest up as Kunkel scores from third. Great run is Underwood as Thurs gets a sacrifice fly RBI. And catcher giving signs out here now, if he takes off. But they tried that back in the 5th inning when they had their rally. And a call strike to Drew Wolfel. Richardson. And they're going to do a run. The delay worked for Marathon this time as Auburndale had him caught in a rundown, and the runner from third finally went and scored as they will and give Marathon the lead. And we've got an 0-2 count to Drew Wolfel. And the pitch. High in a 1-2 count to Wolfel. And foul ball straight back into the backstop here. So Marathon coming up with 2 runs here in the top of the 7th. And the pitch. And a fly ball out to right field. And Brandel charging in and making the catch. Bears. And 1 left. And after 6.5 innings of play, it's brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates unbeatable quality and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking.
And we're back here at Auburndale as the bats have come alive, actually, for both teams here from the 4th inning. As Blake is 1 for 3 on the day. And a fastball right. as Marathon now has 9 hits in the contest to go with the 6 runs, and they have stranded 4 runners. And a fly ball for out number 1. And bringing up the pitcher, Nathan Richardson. Nathan, 1 for 3 on the day. Waiting for his right fielder to get ready out there. As right fielder's had some really tough plays tonight as he's looking right side corner. As Underwood has been very effective of working the corners today. Is Quinlan Kunkel for out number 2. Upset by Edgar. This conference could be really a and bringing up Aiden Rabb as he is 1 for 3 today. Curveball and pop up to the second baseman for out number 3. In the 7th inning, 2 runs, Dale, as we will be talking to Steve Warren. And up next will be the Merrill Steele postgame show. Consider Steele.com.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual location paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri. We are able to biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. The fabrication process really begins here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill, we regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as into quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work in America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska.
A deficit and lands up winning 6-5 over the Truthers, and we want to thank. He brought 8 players to the plate
for that, and so I was kind of wondering if we were going to. So then I thought, well, maybe we had our chance, but in this last inning, you put a little pressure on them, and things happened to go our way. But proud of them, they stuck in there and they didn't give up, and that's what we tried to do.
You know, and I also want to apologize because about a week on that because you've come up now with 2 big wins against one of the contenders. Stratford will go against each other here tomorrow, and I'm going to be here for that. But
the conference standings at all, we take one pitch at a time, which leads. Auburndale and Stratford are outstanding, and Edgar is a lot better than people give them credit for. They can. Is that they battled, and they didn't give up, and we got a little bit better. And
he lands up going 2 for 3, big sacrifice fly. I threw at short.
Yeah, and he was warmed up to be the relief. He was a starter even some as a freshman. So when you only have one senior, but he'll be pitching tomorrow.
All right.
Non-conference game for sure.
Well, also is Truthers and True. Great ball game again today. And I know I had to stop. I mean, it's you had outstanding game going 2 for 4 with 3 out.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes they just don't fall. It felt really good getting this win.
Blake was right around the plate all day long. I mean, he was working the corners just.
The competitor in me is saying, I want to close this game out.
I'm going to put you in the house. I know you how this is done. We've done it before.
Got it.
Yeah, and a great ball game by Truthers and the Marathon Red Raiders as they come from behind to beat Auburndale 6. Be back here tomorrow with the Auburndale Stratford contest, and that will Isaac Eagle, my producer. I'm Mike Steinwegner, and we'll see you tomorrow.